Hey, if you ever had a calendar full of meetings, a house full of people, a phone full of notifications, yeah, it's coming up this weekend, and still feel like you were doing life on an island by yourself, stuck, stick around because today we're going to break down why so many high-performing men feel isolated in the middle of a crowded room. And that conversation, it starts live right now on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and everyone else now. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
Doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Hey, good morning, everybody. Yes, the loop has begun. We are live, we're caffeinated, and we are opening the doors to the lab right now. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, the live morning show built for guys who want real talk, motivating content, entertaining conversation, and daily accountability that starts live every morning. Every morning, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on YouTube, over there on X, and over on LinkedIn. Hey, before we get rolling, I got an invitation for you. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and drop a comment in the chat. We got Melissa out there in the comments. We got a hole right out there in the comments. We got good time out there in the comments. And guys, this is an R-rated experience. If the kids are around, either give them some headphones or kick them out. Yes, and if you are a snoozer, you don't want to be snoozing on this show, guys. You're snoozing, you're 9 minutes behind. If you've been snoozing all year, well, we'll see you in a couple years, guys, and take you some time to catch up. All right, let's get the warm-up in. This morning, we got a morning loop that is absolutely loaded with some kind of, are we living in the future? Or a sitcom kind of energy. And yes, I pride myself on predicting the future. So I'm going to be dropping future bombs on the show here today. True story. We got an anthropic study saying AI might double U.S. productivity growth. I love this, man, because this is going to expose all the lazy asses out there in the market that are sitting around creating make work projects. Hey, Holroyd, you know those ones in the office? Give me the piece of paper. Go move the paper over there. I'm going to move the paper over there. And I'm going to book a meeting over there. And the meetings are going to keep going. Oh, wait. What? Why is that guy using AI? Why is he getting his job done so quick? Why is he getting all this productivity happening? Oh, yeah. We're going to expose all the lazy asses out there coming up with a study saying AI might double U.S. productivity growth. And then Apple's allegedly drop. I'm telling you guys, save your money. Save your money, guys. Less than 6 months or so, probably. Brand new iPhone coming out, 2 screens. Yeah, true story. Good morning, Sullivan. What's going on, Sully? Good to see you out there, the swell. And hey, scientists found a microscopic protein that apparently controls fat, like it's a thermostat. We're going to have that conversation as well. And hey, Sterling and Preston, the boys from the conversation desk, as Johnny refers to them a little differently, the emotionally evolved members of the Mornings in the Lab team. Well, hey, Holroyd, you got a dog? I do. I got 2 of them. I got a English Bulldog and I got a Pomeranian. But apparently, if you have a Golden Retriever, you actually share the same genes as the human being. Hey, center stage, we got a powerhouse, Cheryl Whitaker, the former Fortune 500 VP who said, you know what, fuck it. Yeah, walked away from corporate life. She built a leadership strategy around joy and turned it into a $14 million business. If that is not inspiring, I don't know what is. And guys, this one is going to hit every guy who has ever thought there has to be more to life like this. I'm looking forward to welcoming Cheryl into the lab later at the bottom of the hour. Hey, hour 2, guys. Why so many men feel isolated and how to fix it. And if you're grinding, building, performing, this is a conversation you guys want to be a part of, especially if we're coming up into the Thanksgiving weekend. And then, hey, if we got some time, we got a couple big topics. Sheds. Yeah, apparently men spend a lot of time in sheds. Hey, Neiman, I spent some time at a shed party out in Newfoundland a few years ago. Yeah, just spit. Yeah. People don't want to do live. That's why you don't want to do live, because when you talk, you spit and spit. The guy is spitting on the show. Hey, shit happens, man. It happens. You don't have that in that recorded. Oh, I spit. I got to cut that out of the recording because I'm perfect. No, shit happens, man. Shit happens. Yeah, I was at a shed party. Yeah, somewhere in Newfoundland a few years back. We all just hung out in the shed on the ocean. Anyways, sheds are a place that men are coming together at, apparently around North America. So we're going to get into that conversation if we got some time. So deep dive, we're getting into Alone in the Crowded Room or nicotine conversations. I'm doing a little bit digging because Johnny Anderson's got some curiosity around nicotine. So we're going to have that one. And then, of course, maybe have some conversations with the shed. And hey, Maya Reyes. She's dropping into the community corner. We got some conversations happening over on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack. So guys, settle in, strap the seatbelt in. Well, I know we didn't wear the seatbelts in the 80s or the 90s, but strap in today, guys, because grab those coffees. Not one, not two. Grab the coffees. Make it plural. Take a breath. Let's start your day right, because you know what? This is Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, and the Morning Loop. It starts right now.
Preston, do you actually think Frankie and Tommy are ever leaving that Caribbean dock?
Man, at this point, I'm not sure they even want to. They turned being stranded into a full-time segment.
Serious question. Did Keith ever budget an actual rescue for Frankie and Tommy, or did he just line item pretzels and sunscreen?
Keith, you know we love you, but those boys need a boat, not another snack line on the spreadsheet.
You realize somewhere Frankie is saying, we work on a tropical dock, those suckers are trapped in the lab.
Yeah, except our Wi-Fi works.
Honestly, I think Frankie and Tommy are just waiting for us to crack so they can say, welcome to our island edition.
Joke's on them. Keith will spin this into a franchise.
Until Frankie and Tommy figure out how to leave the dock, fellas, you're stuck with us here in the lab. So grab your coffee, send a prayer to the Island Boys Rescue Fund, and let's get to work this morning.
Did I hear him say franchise? Oh, hey, big news coming up this morning on the show. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends is no more. What? Yeah, 9:30 Eastern time, big news. Dropping it live with you guys here on the show. 9:30 Eastern time, Mornings in the Lab is done. Ha ha ha. Stay tuned for that announcement. Thanks for dropping the word franchise in front of me, Mr. Preston. Hey, guys, you guys can join the show with us live right now. I see Howard over there in the comments. Yeah, they can't stop me. I love it. The company doesn't want me using AI in any company equipment. They say they are tracking any use of AI. I now use my own laptop and my own internet source, Big Brother. Dude, I'm with you, man. So here's what I love about you, pal. You're like, no, I got to get shit done. And I'm not going to let the powers that be. Listen, Jensen Huang yesterday, NVIDIA guy. And I guess I'm just going to say it out loud. My team knows this, but I'll say it out loud again. Jensen says, y'all got to use AI. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you're not using AI, you're not going to have a job. You need to automate every single possible task with AI, or you don't have a job. That was his mandate. And I have a hard time arguing with that. I do. When I sat down, when Melissa and I got together a couple years ago and started this whole thing, I said, hey, kid, I got to get you leaning into this thing. And she came to the table a little trepid. Now she's leading the charge, leading it. Jimmy, same thing. So guys, I speak to all of you. If you're not going to embrace it like Holroyd is, you are going to be left behind. There's no if, because the guy that is just running with it. And he's running laps around you. We got a study coming with Anthropic, launched a productivity study. And I'm telling you, if you cannot keep up with the pace of innovation, you will not have a job. Because guys like myself will automate it. And I'm sorry, I'm not about firing humans. I'm about driving a business with productivity and making returns on my investment. So if you can't eliminate the task because it can, well, then I'll just replace you. And that's not to be a dick to the people around me. It's just a fact of the matter of the world we're living in. It is. And if you're not going to embrace those tools, you're going to be left behind. So it's actually never been more cut and dried than it is today. So, hey, we're coming up at 9:30. We're going to get into what we are doing here in the lab and how that's all coming together. And I'm excited about it, man, and so forth. So, hey, I got off on my little bit of a tangent there. Hey, Jimmy, do we have an opener for the conversation desk? Because if we do, let's run that. If not, then let's get into it. Because all right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pivot my big skull, Jimmy. I'm going to pivot my big skull to that first topic. Apparently, Anthropic says that AI could double U.S. productivity growth. Sterling, Preston, what the hell is that all about?
Anthropic says current AI could double America's productivity growth. Healthcare tasks, up to 90% faster. That's not a tweak, that's a shift.
Man, when software starts doing a 90-minute job in 10 minutes, that's not disruption, that's a new playbook sneaking in.
The real question isn't the speed, it's the spillover. What happens when millions of workers suddenly get 80% of their day back?
Well, and that's exactly what it is. Is that what's going to happen when people get all their time back, and you got the keeners getting up there doing their shit, and the guy sitting around not doing nothing is not going to have a job very much longer. So, I got to tell you, as a leader, I'm loving these studies because what it's doing, Johnny, is it's pulling the lazy asses out of the world. You sitting around, you're not productive. I don't got time for you. What's going on, brother? How are you today?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
I'm a little cold this morning, man. It's cold here in Northern California. Oh, shit.
Hey, my lovely wife says, "Oh, I like Johnny's tracksuit." I got to, before I forget, she wanted to throw some love at you. She thought you were looking pretty sharp yesterday.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe she didn't notice your clean face as well. Yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah, I probably have because when you get these are kind of like Letterman's jackets. When you first get a sponsorship deal, they give you one of these with your name on it. So
yes.
And it's in high school when you letter, it's like, oh man, you got your jacket. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In the fitness industry, usually when you get one of these, that means you're getting a paycheck.
Oh, I guess so. Yes. Yeah, because you're associated with something, right? It's like the guy with the sneakers yesterday, right? You're a walking billboard.
Yeah, I mean they don't spend a few $100s on a suit for you, unless you're worthy of it. You know?
So hey, I'm eager to ask how was the visit with mom? And brother, I feel these might seem like trivial questions, but they're actually not to me, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm only going to get a chance probably to ask these questions a few times over the next number of years. So I'm really purposeful and meaningful and intentional when I say, how was your time with mom yesterday?
It was good. It was really good. Yeah. We
dropped bombs.
We got over there a little later yesterday.
Okay.
She was kind of moving slow, so I think we got over about lunchtime. Normally we get over there for kind of late breakfast. So
okay, yeah.
Today she said let's get together earlier. So we got another day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, today will be cool because our youngest daughter is actually coming, but she won't be there till the late afternoon, early evening.
Oh, that's fun.
So I have another day just kind of hanging with her, which is cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, the bottom of the hour. Good morning, Soyosad. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Good morning, babes. We got my lovely bride here on the show. She's under the weather here today, so she's not feeling it very good here today. Hopefully, she can take some time to find some ways to feel better today. So, Johnny, I pride myself on predicting future. I pride myself on just putting stuff on the table that we know is coming. And
you're good at that. You're good at that.
Yeah. So if it's important to you, maybe it's not, maybe it is. And as you know, I like to joke often with this bullshit. But Sterling, Preston, what's Apple got in the plans for 2026 with their iPhone? What's going on over there?
Apple's first foldable iPhone might drop in 2026 for $2,399, officially becoming the most expensive iPhone ever made.
A $2,400 phone, man? At that price, Apple better fold my laundry, rewrite my budget, and fix my hinge trauma.
Price aside, the crease-free design's the real play. If Apple solved that, they might have just changed the entire foldable category.
Yeah, there you go. So folks are freaked out, man. Gone are the days, Johnny. Remember when we first got phones, it was like free or $500 or $600. You remember? I'm serious. You remember those phones back in the days, early days?
And it was like this. You were like holding a fucking old shoe.
An old shoe. Yeah.
I swear to God, it was like take an old shoe, and hold the fucking sole, and then put where your ankle goes up to your ear. That's about what it was.
So they've taken that shoe and they've shrunk it down to a dual screen iPhone next year. So hey brother,
real quick on this level.
Yeah.
I mean, Musk has got one coming out. it's supposed to. I mean, it's supposed to just whoop the shit out of the Apple, and it's like $700.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a few years away for that one. But I would suspect so. So I'm thinking more about just. I know you're a markets guy. I know you play the markets. I would say that if you got any plays in Apple, or if you're in the market with Apple, and I know they're not an inexpensive play, but
dude, I did that last time they fucking released the phone. I got fucking tagged.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh fuck. I was like, oh, it's gonna blow up. I had like fucking. I put like 10 grand in a fucking short option. Just fucking.
Okay, I'm going to change the topic on this one then.
Well, that's the name of the game, though.
That's absolutely.
You lose that 10 on one, but you know that 10 turns into 150 on another one.
That's it. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So here's something that's interesting to you. Hey, Sterling Preston. Apparently, some scientists have discovered a microprotein that controls fat storage. Boys,
Scientists found a tiny microprotein called adipogenin that controls how your body stores fat. 80 amino acids, massive impact.
Crazy part is it stabilizes seep in the protein. Nobody fully understood. Tiny molecule, huge role in fat biology.
If this microprotein is a real lever, we're talking new paths for obesity, diabetes, even fat distribution disorders.
Big implications ahead.
I love these studies.
This is Mott C right here.
Say that again.
Mott C.
Oh, tell me.
So Mito, well, I don't know if this is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
We already have a peptide in our bodies.
Okay.
The one that you can actually get and put in to speed up or to increase that message called Mott C.
Okay.
Basically teaches the body to use fat rather than store fat.
This is exactly why I put these topics.
So does Retatrutide. There's a handful of these things that do it.
This is exactly why I put this in.
I'm sure this is a drug. They're trying to say they got a drug for it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But this is why I put this on the table, because when I find these topics, I'm like, okay, this fits our dialogue, this fits our conversation. I can bring the table from the world of, Western science and what they've researched, and you can bring the perspective. Okay, well, this is the real world experience expertise stuff, because this stuff's important to folks. You and I've been living our entire life waiting for remember growing up, oh, if I could just take a pill to lose fat. Well, here's the day. Right. So, and there's constant studies with that kind of stuff. So I thought this was quite interesting. And I get fascinated by how the fact that science can just.
But real quick, let's back up.
Yeah.
On that level. You're so correct. That's what everybody's looking for.
Yes.
Every single talk I do, that's more than 30 seconds.
I believe that.
Get into something.
Yes.
Or actually break something down. One of the things I'm going to say is, look, if you're not putting the foundational work in, don't think this is going to change anything.
Well, that 100%. And we had that conversation with that fellow on the show last week who Tejeda lost 100 pounds and he was quite proud of that. We were quite proud of his transformation. And one thing, if you remember, bothered him, John, was that he one of the things he did not like about the industry right now is that it maybe didn't teach shortcuts. So, we still know we got to put the work in to
well, it's like the guy that gets bothered by testosterone.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
These are tools.
Yes.
And these tools work great if you understand how to use them. But, it's like you still have to do the basic shit or the tools don't work. It's like if you don't sharpen the blade on your saw, you might as well be rubbing two fucking sticks together.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. Well, it's interesting, Johnny, because what humans may or may not know about certain things. For example, I was listening to a conversation yesterday about an athlete here in Canada who was tagged a couple years back with he missed a test, right? And he took the responsibility.
He got cracked on a PED test.
Yeah, but yes and no. Because he was in the middle of some off-season a rehab. Him and his wife, I'm going to put this in air quotes. You can read between the lines. Him and his wife trying to have baby. So working on his biology, as you know what I'm saying. So he's trying to help his biology out, I guess, so to speak, right? So while he was trying to help his biology out, he may have been consuming some products that may set some of the testing lines in a different direction. And whether he was being nefarious or not, it's just not my point. My point is that humans that perhaps are uneducated would jump to a rapid decision, and then obviously judgment is immediately made. That's all that I'm saying. You know exactly what I mean. Like, it's just because we judge and we don't know the circumstances, right?
Well, and the crazy part is if he was, these same people that get a bent out of shape about this, they don't give us damn if someone's on 5 medications, blood pressure and cholesterol and all this other bullshit.
Don't even start with me. Hey, so Johnny, I pride myself on sensing the future. Well, apparently Sterling and Preston have a story. Popular Mechanics, again, a magazine, some big thing you and I grew up with. They released a multi-part video series examining the contentious scientific debate over folks that potentially can sense the future. Jimmy, let's run this clip. I want to talk about it with Johnny. And I got a question.
Mechanics is diving into precognition, the claim humans can sense future events. Scientists are split between tiny effects and total skepticism. Some researchers swear the effect is real. Others say mixed replications and experimental flaws make it look more like psychology than prophecy. Whether it's quantum weirdness or bias in disguise, the debate keeps circling back to one thing: why nobody can replicate it cleanly.
Hey, Danny, I see your question. I want to get your question in a quick second. Coming up in a few minutes, Johnny, we got a young lady on the show here today, Cheryl Whitaker, spent 17 years in corporate, and then she left and saved her company $14 million and has gone on her own big journey in life. So I'm excited to bring her onto the show. She brings a ball of energy. I think she's
coming today.
Yeah, she's coming today. I think we're gonna have some energy with the young lady coming up here in about that.
You recognize that I'm on kind of a monotone because of my surroundings.
I know.
Correct?
I know. Yeah, 100%. I understand how the whole thing works, my brother. I understand how it all works. So here's a question for you. I'm sorry, question for you from our audience. Hello, old musclehead here. Good to see you, Danny Thomas. Old musclehead here. Joints hurt. How long should I take peptides for just age-related issues, not a specific injury? Is it a 1 of 3 month regimen enough? Do I take it for like a year or two? Or so before John answers that, Danny, I know John's gonna have a thousand questions for you, but I'm going to suggest to him just to preface this with some basics, and then if you guys want to connect, Danny, Donnie, you guys connect off show. But Johnny, get after this one, brother.
Very rarely does someone give me enough information, and my boy did that here.
Oh yeah. So, there you go.
Yeah, because it's a basic enough question. He's not asking something so specific.
Yes,
missing. So basically, think of these healing peptides, and the top ones are going to be, and the 3 that are going to be put together would be BPC 157, TB 500, and GHKCU. Think about this: you use something like this, how long is going to be up to how you feel? Get yourself feeling better. You stop, there's a downstream effect. So it's going to keep working. Question is, how long is it going to take you to feel better? And then when you stop, how long will you continue to feel good? And when it's over, you repeat the cycle.
So interesting.
So you look very specific to you. Like the amount of damage that you have, so to speak, would determine how long you might need to be on it, or how much you would take for that matter.
Once you start a peptide regimen, will you end it, or not you, but rhetorically, will one end it, or will one be on it for the rest of their life, or is that a hard question to answer?
Generally speaking, peptides, I explain to people like this, because they get thrown in the same category as, say, TRT.
Okay. Yes.
So especially for 50-year-old and TRT, you start, you're not getting off that train, because you come off. Your levels go back down. They're not going to naturally come back up. That's why you're on it.
Yes. Okay. Right? Okay. Yeah.
So peptides is like, it's a different platform, so to speak. Think of peptides as like, let's just say your house is wood burning, right? And you need firewood, right? So the truck comes and dumps all the fucking these logs off at your house.
Yeah.
You pull the axe out of the shed, you chop the fucking wood. When the wood's chopped, it is done, you put the axe away. When you burn all the wood, another truck shows up, you pull the fucking axe back out of the fucking shed, you chop it again. So you can start and stop at will. So it's like a tool. Peptide is more of you use the tool till the job is done, you put it back in the shed.
Oh, gotcha.
When you need to do it again, you pull it back out of the shed.
Simple as that, really.
Yeah, does that make sense? So it's a very different. It's a different platform. It's a different philosophy, different technique altogether. TRT is, TRT is not really fixing a problem. It's basically just getting you back to where you should be, as to where a peptide actually fixes a problem. And then little by little, the problem will come back. That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Interesting. I hope that helps you out there, Danny Thomas. Seosad, we are talking about, right now we're talking peptides. We're talking the future. And I got something for you. Johnny has a couple dogs. I got a couple dogs. Those of you that have a golden retriever, Sterling Preston, let's get into this chat about how humans share behavior genes. Yeah, with golden retrievers. They were one and the same. What's going on with that there, boys?
Cambridge researchers found 12 genes shaping golden retriever behavior also influence human personality and mental health. Shared roots across species, man.
Genes tied to aggression, fear, even trainability in Goldens are linked to intelligence and emotional traits in people.
That's a crazy crossover.
If these genes shape stress, intelligence, and sensitivity in both species, that's a whole new angle on behavior and emotional health.
This was interesting to me, Johnny. So basically, they analyzed 1,300 golden retrievers and they identified 12 genes that essentially influence, humans and golden retrievers. And I found this funny because anybody I know owns a golden retriever talks about how they are so similar to their dog. And and then I know you're like your dog, I'm like my dogs. But dude, for the first time ever, dogs and humans have some genetic links between the two species. Man, that's pretty fascinating. Actually, it's quite fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, we're figuring more and more as we move forward. It's pretty crazy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Cheryl Rafael Whitaker, I see you there in the green room. We're going to bring you up here in a quick couple minutes here. Matt says my dogs don't wear jeans, only sweaters. Ha ha ha. And Seoside says same, but I only have black mouth curs. I don't know what you mean there, Seoside. Beholder, good to have you there. Spartacus, good to have you on the show here this morning. Coming up in a couple minutes, we get Cheryl Whitaker joining Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. So Johnny, here's what we'll do. We'll do a 90-second intro with Cheryl or so. If you want to step away for a quick little break, we'll do that. But Jimmy, let's do that. Let's bring in our first guest to this morning, our only guest this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Sophia, I heard you've been working hard at working on this intro for Cheryl. So let's get that one running and let's get it rocking and rolling. Let's do it.
Out, baby. Let's check it out.
Some leaders look successful on the outside, but quietly feel themselves fading under pressure and expectations, and the fear they're running on fumes. Today's story is about a woman who learned something powerful. Leadership survival doesn't come from pushing harder, but choosing something radically different than exhaustion.
Cheryl Raphael Whitaker is the founder of Eden Anthony Elite Talent Solutions, teaching leaders why joy must run the operation.
She spent over 2 decades inside Fortune 100 and 500 giants, shaping development for massive teams
and navigating high-pressure transformations with steadiness.
As USAA's Assistant Vice President of Learning, she supported 37,000 employees and delivered more than $14.4 million in system-wide efficiency savings. She revitalized learning cultures and proved that human-centered leadership scales performance. She's an ICF-certified executive coach
and an Amazon best-selling author,
helping high performers stop pretending they're fine while quietly losing themselves.
Cheryl works with leaders and teams
who look composed on the surface,
but feel strain, uncertainty, and misalignment in places they rarely admit out loud. In her early 30s, a multiple sclerosis diagnosis forced her to redefine strength and pace
and the meaning of sustainable success. She grew up as the daughter of Trinidadian immigrants,
learning early that resilience and joy must coexist for leadership to last.
Cheryl believes joy isn't decoration, it's infrastructure, the operating system that keeps leaders grounded and courageous.
Cheryl, we are so excited to have you on the big show today. Welcome.
Oh, baby,
wow.
baby.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo.
What's going on, Cheryl?
Oh my
Whitaker.
God. Good morning. Good morning. You guys have me in tears already. I'm like, who are you talking about? Who's that?
Well, so I got to tell you, this is the first time I saw it too. So Sophia Grant has been working hard at it. Producer Melissa has been working with Sophia to put that clip together. And pardon my language, but that was fucking awesome. Well
that
done.
was amazing.
It works like a charm. We show the best sides of you. You get yourself all piped up, and then you're an entertaining guest.
Wow. I'm like, wow, I want to meet that person. But I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, John.
Cheryl, Cheryl, Johnny. I was really, so when I found Cheryl on LinkedIn, she's like, she says, hey, so you want to have me on the show? She's like, why? I'm like, look at your profile. Like, dude, you spend 17 years in corporate and you're like, yeah, I'm leaving because of joy. And she goes out and creates her own journey herself and creates even more success after the world of corporate. So
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So thank you. I appreciate the invitation.
Yes. Well, and I got to tell you, because our audience of men and women and humans are stuck. And sometimes like, how do I get out? How do I move to the next level? And you went through that journey. And I'm eager to get into with you here. So,
sure. Let's get into it.
Where are you joining us from today, first of all?
I'm joining you from New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Well, real quick, before we get started, before we get started, I got to say, you've got the cool, as all the females that come on the show, you've got the 100% coolest fucking haircut of all of them.
I knew that.
My non-haircut, my unhaircut.
It looks great. Good
Thank you. I shave it myself. I do it myself.
Are you serious? I love it.
I do it myself. Thank you.
Look at that.
My husband started it, and then I take it from there. Hey!
I know. So I knew this was going to be a thing this morning.
It looks good.
Yeah. So Cheryl, let's stay here actually. And I'm serious. Let's stay here. Not a lot of women have the courage to say, I'm shaving my head. And I want to have this vulnerable.
That is exactly what I'm saying. This is good shit.
I know. I want to have this vulnerable conversation with you. How do you get here? How do you stay here? How do you look in your mirror and say, I'm being this and I am myself? I'm very serious.
All right, good. It's interesting. For 18 years, I had dreadlocks. I mean, locks down my back. Right? Beautiful. Over time, my hair started to thin on top. That plus I have multiple sclerosis, which was also messing with my hair follicles. I have alopecia. And so I started I cut it shorter. And then one day it was pretty short, but not bald. And my husband, he was like, babe, if I cut it any shorter, it'll be bald. And I was like, well, screw it. I'm like, what is hair? It'll grow back if we don't like it. He shaved it, Keith, and we both looked like, ooh, that's it. And that was it. That was like a couple of years ago or so. And so this is the look.
So I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but I fucking love it. It's so distinct. Johnny, it's a very distinct look. Like it is it's like a signature of yours, I got to think, Cheryl.
It's become, I was just thinking the same thing, Keith. It's become a signature look. And I was like, let me put my head on the book, bald and free and happy. And so it's all good. Thank you. I appreciate you talking about it.
I say, and that's take this please as a female. It says, I got fucking balls.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, it's brave, right? And it's funny because some people come up to me and they're like, I don't know whatever it is you're going through, but just know you can be strong. And I'm like, yes. People have asked, people who've known me for a long time will reach out to friends and say like, is Cheryl okay? Because you think like, okay, she lost her hair because she's sick. Thank God that is not the case. I just alopecia and rocking the look. That's
when someone says, you're brave, you're this, you're that, say, you know what, you're right. Because I'm choosing not to live like the rest of you pathetic motherfuckers.
Okay, thanks, John. Because it takes a lot, especially women, can we go there? Black women, we put a lot of like stock. It's a thing with our hair.
I have a mixed daughter, so her hair is a thing in our house. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yes.
And so there are some of us who are brave enough to go bald, and there are some who are not, or who just don't want to, and then that's okay. But for me, this is it. I wouldn't even want hair now.
Girl, do you have kids?
I have a 62-year-old husband in the house.
Say no more. Say no more.
And a doggy named Bella.
Is it a golden retriever? Because we learned today golden.
No, I know. No, she's a Newfie.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
So John, get this, man. So not only is Cheryl not letting her hair choices define her. This is a heavy one. In her 30s, she was diagnosed with MS. Yeah. And you did not let that define you either.
No.
Talk about that. So, dude, you've had some journeys in life, alopecia, MS, and you keep overcoming them. Talk about that.
Yeah, and it's attached to this, my whole, notion that joy is foundational. It's part of my operating system. And so when you have joy, I'm not talking about joy to the world, happy joy. I'm talking about that operating system, that foundation of strength. And peace with yourself and confidence, it helps you in so many different ways. And so for me, when I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know. All I was thinking about was, being in a wheelchair for the rest of my life.
Oh my goodness.
And I had to, come to terms with that as well. But I've got a beautiful family. I've got beautiful friends who are family, and everyone's been behind me all the way. Thank God. There are different types of multiple sclerosis, and I have the type that that I'm able to control and that has not gotten in the way of my mobility or anything like that. I wear heels. I rock heels whenever I want to, which is most of the time. And I'm all good. And it's just, it's just strengthened me from the inside out, really.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Strengthening yourself. You're the daughter of Trinidadian immigrants who taught you to work twice as hard.
Yes.
We're living in and I want to lean here a little bit with you. I want to get. Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit hard, but stay in the middle because it's a morning show. We're living in a world right now where people are poo-pooing on immigration. Yet, you exist because you had wonderful humans who immigrated to America and who taught you to work twice as hard. How do you feel about the conversation happening right now in North America?
I struggle with it because I know we don't get too political here, but America, we are a country of immigrants. And we, that's what it's one of the things.
There's no true American. There's no true American.
We all come from someplace else,
exactly.
Right? I mean, ask the Brits; they'll tell you where they think we came from, right? So, but it's interesting because my dad's been gone for many years. He's been gone for 25 years, but my mom is here. She's 83 years, going on 60. And it's interesting because a lot of folks who came here back in the 60s and 70s, those immigrants, have no negativity. Like, hey, this country at that time gave me all the doors were open. I can make my own way. My parents came here pregnant with me. And, my dad was in school. My mom was trying to figure out what she was going to do. And they made a way. My dad was a successful life insurance agent for New York Life. My mom was an HR executive at the United Nations, retired after 30-something years. They made a way. And so I still have belief that, this country can provide those type of opportunities. It's just attitude. We need to get back to joy, guys, because we
do. And I'll tell you something, Cheryl, because I'm a Canadian dude, and I'd like to think I got a really unique point of view here. I get to hang out with my brother from another mother every single day here, Johnny, down there in California. But I'll tell you, Cheryl, since I've been doing the show for a couple of years now, I've been really fortunate to meet. I would say I've been probably over 500-600 people, and let's just say half wear red, half wear blue. And what's quite striking is that everybody's the same. But y'all just use a few different words in your conversation, and the moment you guys say a word, but yet when I talk to y'all, you're like, yeah. But yet it's actually quite incredible how similar everybody is. But yet when you get into a situation and somebody makes one little statement, backs go up, and then nobody wants to talk. They want to race back to their echo chamber and not have a conversation anymore.
Yeah, and we can't have that. We have to keep talking. And you said something before. You used the H word.
Oh, which one was that? Yes.
Human.
Yes.
Oh my God. we are all human beings at the end of the day, and there's no escaping that. No AI avatars, whatever. At the end of the day, we are all human beings, and that's what we have in common.
Hanging out with Cheryl Whitaker from Jersey this morning. Myself and John Anderson live on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, friends. Coming up in about an hour, guys, I have a conversation. Mornings in the Lab is done. Ooh, here's the teaser. Coming up in 45 to 60 minutes talking about that. Johnny, get this, man. So most folks like to climb the corporate ladder. Like they're like, oh, I got to climb the ladder. I got to get to the top. But Cheryl's like, no, I'm not going to do that. She actually took a demotion, John. She's like, I'm taking a demotion so I can move forward in life. How do you decide to say, no, I in order for me to get to the next step, I need to move sideways and move backwards to move forward? Most humans have a hard time wrapping their head around that. Teach us.
Yeah, well, because so you're referring to, this was going back some time when I was in corporate. And I just fell in love with learning. I fell in love with it. But I was on a trajectory of going into like increasing levels of responsibility on more the business side, operations side, right? And I loved it, but it didn't turn me on. And at the time I was just thinking like, life is short, right? Tomorrow is not promised. What would you do if you weren't afraid? That's just kind of like one of my mantras, one of my things. If I wasn't afraid, I would do something different. And so, I took a step back. But sometimes you have to step back to catapult your way forward. If I didn't do that back then, I don't know what I'd be doing now, but I wouldn't be living my best life. I would have settled. And that's just not why we're on this earth, I don't think.
There's no joy in that process.
There's no joy in that. Yeah, exactly, John. There's no joy in that. I've always been seeking ways to make myself happy, and also to find ways to bring more and have an impact on other people. Always been that way.
Love that. How do you equate the difference, Cheryl, between joy and gratitude, or are they one and the same, or does joy lead to gratitude, or does gratitude lead to joy?
No, just had this conversation yesterday. In my mind, joy leads to gratitude. Now, not saying you can't be grateful without joy, but gosh, joy makes it so much easier. So I'm going to tell you a short story.
Yeah.
Last week, my mom, 83 years young, she fell. She fell off a step stool. She had an accident. She fell and she broke her elbow in two places. Thank you. Right? She had surgery this week. She's fine. She's doing well. And, she's not allowed to get on that stool anymore. But the reason why I bring that up is because people were coming to me like, oh my gosh, your mom, I'm so sorry. Are you guys okay? And I'm like, I am absolutely grateful, because I'll take an elbow for 100, please. She could have broken her neck. She could have broken her leg. She could have broken her hip, right? Her elbow. And she went into surgery and she's doing great. And I'm full of nothing but gratitude. That's what it was. And so for me, I think that joy helped that happen for me. It's kind of like just how I see the world. I'm just trying to, I find the best.
Is your brain trained to find the silver lining in everything?
Yes, absolutely. Find the silver. And some people say that's toxic positivity. Okay. You do you. For me, it works. It works. And I could put a smile on my face every morning and wake up happy.
Toxic positivity is the guy sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, dreaming about winning the lottery ticket he's trying to scratch.
No, he's going to win it one day. I'm winning it tomorrow. I just got to finally win it, Johnny. I finally got to win it. Cheryl, I'm appreciative of your comments with mom, because I've been really enjoying John's visiting his mom right now. She's 90. So
nice.
As we're heading into the holiday weekends, I've been enjoying that feedback from John and his experience. But Cheryl, you named your company Eden Anthony after your entrepreneurial father. But you also said you never saw yourself as an entrepreneur until recently. So what did dad teach you about business and resilience that you didn't appreciate, Cheryl, until you started doing your own thing? You stepped out of corporate and like, okay, I'm doing it myself. And there's got to be moments in your journey where you maybe looked up and you said, thanks, Dad, you taught me this.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Ooh, that's deep. Well, my dad, one thing he taught me many things, but the most important thing, be yourself. Believe in yourself,
Oh, I love getting goosebumps.
And but he had many different businesses aside from just being an entrepreneur as a life insurance agent, a successful one. But he always believed in himself. Everything was possible. That
That's
impossible.
right?
You heard that impossible. I'm possible.
Yeah.
Right? You've heard that before. That was him all day long. And so when I finally realized that spirit was in me, I'm like, what the hell? What was I thinking about all this time, thinking that I couldn't do this shit? Of course I can do it. It's part of who I am. I'm possible. Nothing is impossible. And I learned that from my dad. And I hear it in my head every day.
It's only impossible until somebody does it.
Yes, I love that, John. John, you're deep. It must be. I like that. I love that.
He's our human. So, and just so you know, Cheryl, John is usually much more animated and a little more boisterous, but his lovely bride is just sleeping behind him there in the traveling room there. So he's having to be respectful of the situation because we both don't miss this. We get up every single day and do this wherever we have to be. So he's like, all right, he goes, I go, I know, Anderson, we got a wonderful guest. We'll temper your enthusiasm today.
Wow. I hope I'm not waking her up.
No. It's only my voice. You guys are in my ear.
Okay, in my ear too. I love it.
So Anderson, you're going to be blown away with what I'm going to say next because I was when Cheryl submitted some of the feedback to us as we were getting ready for the show. But Anderson, get this, man. Cheryl Whitaker's 59. Dude,
I am. The big 6-0 is coming in April.
Holy
April 26th.
smokers, man! And I normally would not call out the female, but you put it out here because you're in what you call your most creative and connected chapter yet. And as you've been going, and your energy is so infectious, I find myself wanting to run towards the camera and just hug you and learn and talk to you. And even John Petrocelli here is in the comments, one of our resident co-hosts here on the show. He's like, I'm grateful Cheryl's on the show. She is awesome and mighty interesting, I might add. And I agree with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What shifted in your journey for you internally that made this stage of life feel so much more expansive than saying, you know what, it's time to wind it down? Because there's folks that are going, well, what do you mean you're getting up and getting after that's going to be 60 years old? And you're like, no, I'm just getting started.
Yeah. It goes back to that
joy.
It goes back to joy. I'm sorry. It really does. And you know what? I'm going to say I didn't love my job, right? I did. Those years in corporate, 35 years in corporate. Yeah. I did love it. But I didn't know then really what was possible. Because I had written a story. It was a story I told myself that wasn't true. And now, I feel like Rip Van Winkle. Like I feel like I just woke up and I'm checking out a whole new world. I'm not going to burst into song, but I have discovered a whole new world. And now, and you know what? At this age, I don't give a crap. It's like I'm just throwing stuff on the wall and seeing what sticks. This book was not a bucket list. It wasn't a plan. It was not on the agenda. It wasn't. And now I'm a best-selling author. Like, where's that? Where did that come from? And so now I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, if I could do that, what else can I do? And so, and I don't feel like I'm turning 60. Thank goodness I know that I don't look like I'm going to be 60. So I'm like, let's go. I've got nothing to lose. Let's giddy up and make it happen.
Well, this whole limitation that people have by getting older. It's a learned behavior. It's a learned thought process.
100%, John.
I'm the same way. I'm in my early 50s, but it's like every time I get another year older, I'm like, this is just another opportunity for me to show the world that yes, you can still keep getting. I would say, look, I'm a goddamn fine wine. I just keep getting better with age.
I love that, John, and I completely agree. Look, one of my best friends, she is 66 years old, and she looks like she's going to be 40. And I watch her, and I'm like, oh my God, it's just so encouraging, you know? So it's a mindset completely, and my head's in the right place.
Yeah. Cheryl, you've built a career helping leaders put joy back in charge. But let's be frank. Sometimes it's really hard for leaders and for us humans to reach joy, or sometimes we feel like joy is out of reach. When you coach, when you lead, when you mentor others, and somebody looks to you for inspiration and you're running on empty and you know you're running on empty, how do you get in front of that person and offer them joy and offer them hope, Cheryl?
Oh, wow. I love that question, Keith. Well, the first thing I do is I don't poo-poo where they are. Right. I have several clients who are quite frankly struggling right now, struggling with their work, struggling in life for some of them that bleeds into work. And so I find it's really important to just honor where they are, like honor where you are right now. You know, I don't like to push off what's going on because coaching is not about fixing, right? It's about honoring the person, honoring their experience, honoring what they're sitting with right now. And then we start having a conversation talking about like, what is their mental fitness? What is it about where they are right now that's getting in the way? So it's a lot of conversation. It's a lot of what we call in coaching active inquiry. It's a lot of just exploration. And through that conversation, an individual, a person is able to perhaps sometimes see things a different way. But a lot of times people don't even have an opportunity to even talk about what's going on. And they have like this like outer, like strong, like armor exterior, and they can only let it down when they're in front of someone like me, who's just kind of like, tell me what's going on. Tell me what you're dealing with. Tell me what we need to do to move forward. Then the walls come down. We're able to have conversation, and that lets sunshine. Lets a little bit of sunshine in. Does that make sense?
100% it does. Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, so you strike me like, you know, when I speak with John, because John mentors men as well, you know, in that are going through certain stages in life. And, you know, I notice you both offer much grace when you're speaking with somebody because we don't know why they are in the situation they're in, but instead of judging, let's offer them grace and offer them a path forward. Right.
Absolutely. You can, the last thing, judging, it's something that we, you know, I guess it's a human thing, but nobody wants to be judged. The golden rule of treating others the way you want to be treated, if we could only all follow that, the world would be an amazing place. But that's where I sit. There's no judgment in what I do, and a whole lot of grace.
Yeah. Cheryl, one of the topics we talk about frequently on the show is also leadership. And you say that leaders are taught how to perform. And there's also, you know, a big cultural shift happening right now with performative females, performative males, right? And as you know, I can tell you, we have people on this show that feel like they need to perform when Keith and John are just being Keith and John. This idea of performance, but very few are taught actually how to lead. What's the difference, Cheryl? And when did you realize that you've been performing leadership instead of living it?
I recognized it when I talk about this woman.
Interesting.
In my book, her name is Janet. We'll call her Janet, and we'll call her Janet.
Hold on, we'll call her Janet. Was Janet somebody? Is there a reason?
Janet is not her name.
I'm triggered. It's not her name.
I'm protecting the guilty. And you know, she was, and we all have our Janet. Just someone who led from fear, who was like, quite frankly, abusive, took joy, not the kind of joy that I'm living by, but took
the joy out. Yeah.
Oh, the joy empire. And she literally took joy in other people's displeasure. Some people feel like they can only lead from fear. And in that way, they're performing in order to get a certain result. She did not care about the bodies that she left behind. She only cared about the results. And the organization, I won't name the organization, but the organization at the time didn't touch her because she got results. And so for me, during that time, I realized that I was a joyful person, but I wasn't yet a joyful leader. I was performing leadership because I was just, quite frankly, Keith, I was just trying to survive. She literally made me sick. I already had MS years before, but she made it come out. My hands would shake during meetings. My voice would shake. I'd had sleepless nights, the Sunday Scaries. You know about the Sunday Scaries?
Yes.
Right? I had those. I had my ringtone for her was Pharrell's Happy, you know, 'cause I'm happy. Trying to like, okay, put myself into the right state of mind when I knew that she was calling me. And so I don't even know if I'm answering your question, but man, I call it the dark season.
Yeah.
But going through it and coming out on the other side of it, I realized no one's ever going to treat me that way again. No one's going to even get to me that way again, because I've had other potential Janets since then, who have met a completely different Cheryl. Because when you are leading from a place of joy, no one and nothing can shake you where it really matters, where you like deep down inside. And then you show up that way for your people.
You just decided I'm not going to allow someone to have that type of pull over me anymore.
Exactly. Which is how I ended up as an entrepreneur, because when I came upon a different type of Janet, I was like, ooh, I've been here before. I've seen this story. You're trying to shrink me. You're trying to lower my voice, and I'm out. I'm going to do my own thing.
You know what I find so fascinating about this as we work towards wrapping up with you, Cheryl, is that, and what's so sad, unfortunately, is that there are many humans, including yourself, in that journey where you had to go through tens, hundreds, maybe thousands of scary Sundays.
Yep.
And those moments within the moments, the conversations with your husband, maybe the conversation with your friends about this Janet over and over and over, and Johnny, and she just would keep succumbing to it till finally it was that moment of, okay, enough's a fucking enough.
Yeah.
Right. And it's hard. And it's easier said than done for all of us.
It is.
Right. Because as you look back going, why couldn't I have done this 100 times before that? You just weren't ready for it. What would you say to somebody who's going through those Janets right now, or the Karens, and you're like, and does not have the courage to do what you did?
I would say, hold on, find yourself, find your voice. I have a sticker on my laptop. It says, do it anyway, girl. Do it anyway, girl. And it's something I have to remind myself. And everybody's got a different situation, right? I don't have kids. Like I said, I got a hubby and a dog, right? And some mommies at home. Everybody's got their own personal situation. So you have to do what is right for you. But at the same time, remember that your role in that organization does not define who you are as a person, as a human being. Find yourself, and that will give you the courage and the strength to go in there every day and do what you need to do for yourself and for your family, regardless of the Janets, the Karens, the Josephs, whomever. Find yourself.
You are awesome, man. You are an inspiration for our community, for the conversation today. I got a closing question for you.
Sure.
If you could go back to a moment in your life where you're at your lowest, I mean lowest, because you've had a journey and you've shared some of it on the show with us today. Maybe when you got that ambush Zoom call, or when you were first diagnosed, or when you were struggling with the Scaries with Janet, or when you were questioning whether leaving corporate was the right move. As you sit back as 60-year-old Cheryl today, what would you tell that younger version of yourself, and what do you hope she'd be most proud of when that younger version sees you now, Cheryl?
Well, first, I would tell her, girl, it's going to be all right. Go with it. Trust your gut. Bloom where you're planted, but follow the path that this universe has set out for you, and you will be okay. And I think what she would be most proud of, she would be most proud of where I'm sitting right now. Like waking up every morning excited to do what I'm doing. No more Sunday Scaries. Being my own boss. Like she would be like, oh shit. I never knew you had it in you, Cheryl. You go, girl. Keep going.
Can you say that again? Would you say boss?
My own boss.
Yeah, there's a Jersey accent there, Joni. Boss.
Oh wait, I'm a New Yorker, first of all.
Oh, New Yorker accent, boss. Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, you create your own universe, and when you stop naming the days, there's no such thing as a Sunday Scary.
Exactly. I said to my husband this morning, I'm like, it doesn't feel like the Thanksgiving 4-day weekend, because I can have a 4-day weekend whenever I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's a different vibe. And I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of that.
Awesome.
I'm proud of that.
All right, so I just have an assumption here that you and your husband might be the most stylish looking folks in Jersey. Like I have this mental image that you guys are a couple fucking rock stars, just hanging out, going to dinner with your dog, and like I have this mental image, Cheryl.
Oh wow! Well, you know what? He's a rock star. He's a former federal agent, a realtor, and now a life coach. Okay, he just got certified as a life coach. So our conversations at home are getting very interesting these days. I bet.
Cheryl Whitaker is the founder of Eden Anthony Elite Talent Solutions. She's an Amazon best-selling author, someone who spent over 2 decades as a powerhouse executive at companies like State Farm, AIG, and USAA. She led learning and development for tens of thousands of employees. She drew $14 million in efficiency, and I know, John, we are very, very grateful, as well as the Mornings in the Lab community, to have you on the show with us today. Where can folks find you, connect with you, engage with you? Because I can see there's action happening here in the community. Folks want to meet you, Cheryl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Sure. You can find me at EdenAnthonyEliteTalent.com or CherylRaphaelWhitaker.com. And if you want more about joy, I hope you check out my book. It Starts With Joy.
Yeah, where can you find the book on Amazon? Right? Do you have the book?
Oh yeah, actually, I can show you right here. Yeah, got my noggin on it. Yep, Starts With Joy.
Beautiful.
On Amazon. Thank
Beautiful.
you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for reaching out to me, Keith. This has been a blast. John, both of you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for today.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Awesome. All right, guys, let's do a reset on hour 2 here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We'll take care. Okay, Cheryl, we'll be in touch.
Take care. Thank you.
Awesome.
Cheryl,
all right,
keep
guys.
leading by example, man. The world needs more people like you.
Thank you. Happy
Absolutely. All right, let's do a reset on hour 2 here, Jimmy. Let's do it. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Holy freaking smokers. I'm with you, Neiman. I'm with you, Rahima. I'm with you, Jimmy. I loved that conversation. Holy smokes. I know the community did as well. Petro jumping up and down. Sullivan's jumping up and down. And Lauren's jumping up and down. Maddie's jumping up and down. Clear my throat. Cheryl Whitaker. Guys, I know Johnny can hear me, but I got to work the GOAT button because I didn't want to big it out here today and be embarrassed by my brother because he would have like, what the fuck, man? Couldn't you get a better button for her yet? I got to get a better button, Jimmy. We got to get a better GOAT button so we can give the GOAT button to these awesome humans that we have joining the show here these days. Cheryl Whitaker, yes, hanging out with us for the last 30 minutes here on Center Stage. Hey, coming up, guys, in about 35 minutes or so, we're going to get into Mornings in the Lab. Done. What? Yeah, we're talking about the future of the show, which is Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, coming up in about 40 minutes or so. Excited to have that one. Hey, guys, first hour, we got into the morning loop. We talked about some of the news happening in the world here today. AI doubling productivity. No shit, Sherlock. Apple's charging you guys $2,500 for your new phone next year. It's got 2 screens on it. Yep, true story. And a microprotein that controls fat like a thermostat. Humans may be sensed in the future. And golden retrievers apparently are sharing behavior genes with us human beings. And then, of course, we had Cheryl Raphael Whitaker just absolutely delivering joy, leadership, reinvention. She brought her, love you, Cheryl, her bald skull to the stage, and we had an awesome conversation with Cheryl with lots and lots of love, man. That was awesome. I'm with you, Rufy. That was absolutely beautiful. Hey, coming up, we're going to get into why men are alone in a crowd. I do have some conversations here on sheds for men here in North America, and bottom of the hour, we're going to get into Morning Focus about, I'm going to pull back the curtain on how we're building franchise. Yes. And then, hey, Maya Reyes coming at the bottom of the hour to get into the community corner. All right. I'm going to pivot over here, and I think where we're going to start the conversation, Johnny, I did some research on nicotine yesterday, and I'm going to bring it up here for us. Before we do that, though, let's just, while I'm doing that, let's, Cheryl Whitaker. How about that for an inspiring young lady, Johnny?
Yeah. She's got balls.
That's exact. I'm love that you use that word. That's exactly how I would have described it, actually, right? Because she's got that's clearly like she's does things that others don't do. Is how she strikes me, right?
That's exactly right. And look at her life because of it.
Exactly right. right? And I'm glad we went there with the hair, because I was going to say, like, don't people come to you asking you if you're a cancer person? And she's like, yeah, actually people kind of get ahead of that. So, because that's not a thing that women do, Johnny, not voluntarily for the most part, very rarely.
Very true, brother. Very true. Right. No, she was a unique one for sure.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just looking for my notes here. I'm going to get this conversation. So I did a little bit of digging on nicotine yesterday. And what I did by that is I got Perplexity after it. I got some deep research happening across a number of the different platforms. And we got a comment from Petro here. I'm going to get to in a quick second here as I'm looking for my my notes here. There we go. Okay, so nicotine, been all over the health and policy news lately, mainly around youth vaping nicotine pouches. So here's the thing, I'm just thinking aloud here, Johnny. One of the things that I want to get to, just to put on the table here, is nicotine is not good. So we obviously, and I know you'll say that it's a delivery mechanism, fair, but nicotine itself is still not good in the sense of being a health supplement, but it can have some specific limited benefits in tightly controlled medical environments. Now, we know it's highly addictive. We know it rewires reward pathways.
I think you're looking at old research, brother.
No, actually, I'm looking at some relatively brand new research. I spent a lot of time on it yesterday, actually. And some of the short-term studies that have recently been done, especially around the autism stuff, and I'm only bringing it up because of some of the things we talked about the last few weeks, where so some of these autism studies, very, very small.
Who supported the research you read?
So that I don't have the answer to.
Okay, well, just remember, when there's something that's very helpful, it's very easy to make it look like it's not helpful.
Yes, but what I don't want to do is put out incorrect information out there, right? And I know you don't either. So, as I looked across some of the different so these were deep research. I went onto the 3 different platforms. We did some deep research across. But
in order to do deep research, we have to understand who did the research to find if it's truly going to come from a neutral standpoint, or if it's in the benefit of continuing to keep nicotine in the same light it's always been in.
Fair enough.
Wild how something that sharpens you for 10 minutes can quietly run your whole day without you realizing it's happening. Nicotine feels like flipping a switch, man. You go from foggy to focus so fast you barely question the trade. Problem is, anything that gives you clarity that quickly usually takes something back later, and most guys don't notice until it stacks. Deadlines, coffee, that little hit, repeat. You think you're managing stress, but half the time you're just borrowing energy you'll repay later. Cheat codes always feel amazing early on, but the real question's simple. Are you in control, or is the loop running you? Most guys never ask why they reach for it. That's where things get interesting, and honestly, a little uncomfortable in a good way.
So there is some real science here. So nicotine receptors are reduced. So if we're talking about autism, because we talked about it a little earlier in the show, and I want to be careful because I'm not an expert. I'm just revealing some of the research that I put on the table here. So we've heard nicotine might, quote unquote, might be good for autism. But here's what's true. Autistic brains have fewer nicotine receptors, and early research shows that nicotine patches may reduce aggression and improve sleep in some adults with autism. But
I think we still have to go back. Forgive me for interrupting.
Yeah.
If we're going to have this conversation,
yeah,
we're going to start talking about potential facts and we have to understand who did the study.
So here's where I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. So we have technology now that can find studies upon studies upon studies. So we can bring a human on stage who's going to refer to all these studies as well, right? So I went into Perplexity, deep research, and so 3 different platforms, including Grok, and we dug into deep research across thousands of different studies, including current research, and I pulled it all into the table today. So what I don't want to do on this show is give people incorrect information. The fact of the matter is, in science, and this is an unequivocal fact, Johnny, nicotine is an addictive substance. Period. Doesn't matter who supported and paid for that.
let's ask, because I know like when I've been doing, and keep in mind, all I'm doing is digging around too.
I got you. Yeah.
But when we use our tools, we use AI.
Did we lose John?
We say,
oh, there he is.
Give me studies on this.
Go ahead. Yeah, I lost you for a second. Go ahead.
We say, give me studies on this. It'll bring up a whole bunch of information. We say, bring up studies in the last 12 months. Bring us a whole different slew of stuff, not influenced by the first stuff. If you put it all together, there's a ton more research supporting the negative. So if it's going to be an average, you're then 100% you're correct, because the new studies are very, very recent. So if you put the new ones in with the last 20 years, then they're barely going to like sway the opinions of the research. So ask Brock, let's just say in the last 6 to 12 months, what have we found about nicotine? Is the nicotine addictive, or is the delivery systems that are addictive?
Hey, Brock, let's have a conversation around nicotine. Is nicotine addictive? Yes or no?
Yeah, straight up. Nicotine is addictive. It's not just delivery.
You didn't ask your
hold on, Johnny. No, Johnny, hold on, because with all respect, you're incorrect. Just straight and fact, incorrect. Nicotine is a very addictive substance, point blank, period. Nothing to do with research. And has nothing to do with the delivery mechanism. Nicotine itself is an addictive product. Grok?
I never said it wasn't addictive, Keith. I said the risk reward shifts when you're not inhaling tar and 500 chemicals. You can argue all day. Nicotine will wire you if you abuse it. But if you microdose, like a physician-guided patch or a gum, most people never get hooked. And yes, it still elevates heart rate, can raise blood pressure. All true. But if you're smoking 20 cigs a day, you're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing apples to napalm. So yeah, addictive, dose-dependently addictive. Use it like Tylenol, not vodka.
Use it like Tylenol, not vodka.
So, but just now ask her again. Give me this. Talk about the recent findings, say in the last 6 months. Let's tighten up and see what she says.
Grok, let's dig into the last 6 months of research around nicotine and keep the conversation going, Grok.
And compare it to the stuff before. So we got a nice little before and after look.
All right. Let's break it down quick. Last 6 months of research, straight from the fresh papers. We're seeing a shift, but it's not flipping the script entirely. Before, decades of studies hammer home nicotine's dark side. Highly addictive, rewires your dopamine reward loop, spikes heart rate, blood pressure, risks for CVD, cancer links via smoking, not pure nicotine, but the combo. Think 50 plus years of Surgeon General reports. It's a poison that hooks fast, harms lungs, repro health, brain dev in kids. Meta-analyses show cognitive perks like focus or memory boosts in non-smokers, but the addiction and toxicity outweigh them for most. Delivery matters. Cigs are napalm, but even pure nicotine's no saint. Now, May to November 2025, focus is exploding on alternatives like pouches, vape, patches for quitting, or harm reduction. Key hits. Pouches cut cigs by 30 to 50% over 4 weeks, 3 to 6 milligram doses, with less exposure to tar crap. But dual users, pouch plus cig, stick higher nicotine levels. Vaping trials. New meds like Nicotine help quit vapes better than patches alone. Fruity flavors hook ex-smokers longer, but lower nic concentrations drop over 6 months for exclusives. Youth stuff. Oral nicotine pouches like Zyn up 24% in teens, progressing to vapes faster. Addiction gateway alert. RCTs on VLNCs, super low nic cigs, less addictive than regulars, but still not zero risk. Autism angle. Small crossover trials, patches, show sleep aggression dips in adults, but tiny samples, no big replications yet. Overall, harm reduction wins if swapping cigs, but addiction holds, dose dependent, like you said. No miracle flips, brain biomarkers still light up the hook. Bottom line, recent stuff leans pragmatic. Nicotine's addictive as hell, but controlled, pouch, beats combustion for switchers.
Yeah. So and that's really for me was I just wanted to
can we ask her though? Can we ask her talk about nicotine without all the delivery system? Just nicotine. Not
no, she did. Like nicotine as a whole is addictive as and that hasn't changed because I have the transcript in front of me here, which is overall harm reduction wins of swapping things, but addiction. Hold on a second here. Recent stuff leans pragmatic. Nicotine's is still addictive as hell. Like as a standalone product, like just nicotine, not the delivery, just nicotine itself is addictive, period. Right. So that's where I just want to make sure that we don't give incorrect information as we're having this conversation.
Yes. Now, so I think we're seeing more eye to eye here.
Yeah,
for sure. But I thought, didn't she also say which this could go with anything?
Yes.
With anything, meaning that she also said that if it was used properly, the addictive nature was very, very low or non-existent. Did I miss? And she said, I think she said
you were correct. Yes, I'm reading it here.
So we have to remember, any substance, or I shouldn't say any, plenty of substances used the way it should be, not abused, have very, very good benefits. You abuse it, the benefits turn around on you. So we have to understand,
yes,
it's there's nothing free. You have to be the user has to manage the situation.
Yes.
There's a certain, and it's even different for every single person. One of the things that a person using nicotine, just straight nicotine, has to look for is, are they getting are they getting anxiety? Are they getting as soon as the body gets too much of any substance, it's going to start throwing flags.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
No,
all of a sudden you've entered into a new realm of use of the substance.
Yes. No. So I'm glad we arrived here because I know we both pride ourselves and wanted to make sure we give incorrect information on this show because we get in front of the camera mics every single day. So what I wanted to do, because we've been talking about this and Holroyd comes in here as well. And so does bullshit Professor John with some comments here where I just wanted to get us to a center was, and we are on the same pages. We know what nicotine's addictive, period. But without the rapid delivery of other things, and we're going to get to that in a couple minutes. But you're right. Everything we do, sugar is addictive. There's going to be a consequence with anything that we do. The other thing I wanted to just get corrective on, because we've been dancing with this last couple of weeks, was just around the autism side as well. And I did a little bit of research on that, and that's just way, way, way too early. And even Adam jumps in here in the comments and has been talking about it. Like we're talking tiny studies, brother, like 5 to 8 people. And we both know that's not a study, right? Yeah. So they're early testing of that, right? But what I like about it is that we're talking about it. And I'm still looking for we got these 3 experts over in the contacts to bring on the show here. But let me get to the comments here. We got Holroyd. So I used Gemini and I agree with both of you. Looking only at studies in the last 6 months, it said that yes, nicotine's addictive, but the addictiveness is heavily dependent on the delivery. Yes, we know that. And then John Petricelli comes in and says, so the relationship between nicotine and addictiveness depends on the delivery system as an important moderator. We know that exactly. Adam, nicotine's addictive, but without the rapid delivery of the lungs chemical cocktail, the smoke. John, you talk about all the crap that goes in there, right? That gets you hooked, right? The clean nicotine, like pouches or cum, is far less likely. So to your point, if you can manage it with behaviors, and just like Grok said, and the studies have said, if you can manage it, then you could go.
I mean, really, here's just a kind of an interesting comparison.
Yeah.
You take too much Tylenol, it will kill you.
100%.
Kill you.
Yes.
Nobody dies from fucking overuse of nicotine.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And Tucker came at the right good time. Carlson came up with his own. So
yeah. But I think the idea is to understand that nicotine has been our statement should be nicotine has been demonized as cancer causing, as all of this shit, that the delivery systems were the culprit.
Yeah. So nicotine itself is going through an analysis through culture. We'll just maybe that's the best way I can put it. It's going through analysis of culture, and people are talking about it. And like I said, we have all this information and tools now, so we can invite an expert on the show, or we can put a bunch of experts, being all these agents, to give us information to have the conversation. I'll tell you something else I found fascinating, brother. I didn't know
quick, on that level. How many times have you heard, "Oh, he's a smoker"? Yeah, the nicotine's going to kill him.
It's exactly. Yeah. Well, that's
totally incorrect.
I agree.
Blaming the nicotine for all the shit they were hiding in there that was
yes.
overly addictive. So
yes.
now when we put things in perspective, we realize, goodness, nicotine is actually can be really helpful in our journeys. Like one of the things that I'm digging with it is it's that I'm studying more and more about it is it's like it's not a cure-all. It's going to help with these things used properly, kind of like anything else that we would rotate into our worlds to have a better life.
Right.
Like
right.
Alzheimer's, it's I mean, nicotine's in a handful of foods, whole foods.
Yeah. Is it really? I don't know what that is. Really?
Yeah.
What's it in?
Ask Grok to list them.
Yeah. Hey, Grok, what whole foods is nicotine a part of?
Yeah. Trace amounts pop up in nightshade veggies, potatoes, tomatoes, eggplants, peppers, even green ones have a bit more. Like, a potato's got maybe 15 micrograms per gram, but you'd need a truckload to feel it.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, so obviously quite minute, but the fact is it still exists there. I did not know that. I did not know that at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's not this synthetic thing that they created to cook brains and create cancer.
Yeah, no.
That's the shit that they pair it with.
Yeah. I'll tell you something else. I was was intriguing to me when I learned this as I was going through this. Is that why do neurodivergent people smoke more cigarettes? Well, here's interesting. ADHD people smoke 4 to 6 times more neurotropics because the nicotine hits the dopamine and the serotonin levels higher, and it helps them function because they're looking for focus, right? So the generic statement would be somebody who has ADHD may smoke more or consume nicotine because it helps them stay focused.
Well, like in my journey with it, it's like, for example, you have a cup of coffee, you get that caffeine, right? It's gonna stimulate the central nervous system. You're on that train for, hours.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Nicotine. If I need to be, let's just say I need a little gain some focus for a fairly short period of time.
Yes.
Boom, I can have it and it'll go away. I mean, I ate last night at 4 p.m. I had a piece of gum, 4 milligrams. Woke me up, re-stimulated me. I was having some wonderful conversation with my mom. 7:30, I was ready to fall asleep.
Yeah.
If I'd had a cup of coffee at 4, I wouldn't have gone to sleep.
So I'm loving this because this is what people don't understand about your experience with it, and then even my experience with cannabis. Because I get the same response from cannabis. If I'm looking to focus, or if I need to get into a deep work session or a deep creative session, or if I'm struggling, same way. I'm not struggling, but if I'm like I need to dig in for some deep flow work or have I'll go and grab some cannabis, and then it'll help me focus. It stimulates the dopamine receptors, and off I go. So I'm with you there. But this is what people who don't try or experience it can't speak to. And what I get frustrated by, those are the scientists that have never tried it or touched it, and they talk about it and they have something to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
you know what I mean?
And I think that the main thing that I want people to understand is that it was demonized almost as like it was the fall guy for cigarettes.
Oh, there's no question. Yeah, there's well, we've went from consuming nicotine through cigarettes now to vaping, and now we're continuing to give different delivery mechanisms of the product.
Vaping is worse than a cigarette.
100%. Yes. Yeah. Well, and again, I was looking at Grok talking here, and I was looking at my notes, and as I was doing my research, like the business side of it, hey Johnny, let's get flavored stuff. Let's get the kids hooked on the flavored stuff. There's so many ways that we're trying to get people, consuming the products, right? And maybe not with all the facts. And here's the reality. There's so many variables to this, like even Melissa puts here, right? You know, our cells have nicotine receptors. It's not black and white. And the reality is this, John, this is not a black and white conversation. This is a conversation that's constantly evolving. We're constantly learning from research, and studies are constantly being had.
It's almost like a new light is being shined on
Yes.
something so we can learn more about it.
Yes. Yeah. Like, you know what, pal? In 6 months from now, we're going to be doing the show here, and something that's going to come up on the table and say, hey, Johnny, let's talk about this because we've learned something new about it, right? And that's why I'm liking the live morning type of conversation, because we can have this dialogue and we can learn in real time, because it is a nuanced topic. It's not a black and white. It's gray. It's very nuanced.
And use myself as a perfect example. I mean, I pride myself in my own personal research on myself. And
I know.
Even a year ago, I was like, nicotine's bad. What? No, nicotine will, I was still totally influenced by what the old position was.
Well,
and
so
then I started to realize, holy shit, the nicotine separated from the delivery system. I got a different conversation on my hands. Like, whoa.
But where I get nervous though, brother, is where I would, so what we don't want to say is nicotine is good though. Like because you also, I know you well enough that you don't like to paint a broad brush. You are more nuanced than that. So it's difficult for me to hear you say nicotine is good or nicotine is bad, because you know better than that. There's more to it than it's being black or white. You know what I'm trying to say? Right?
Well, yeah, I guess that it's more of before it was straight up bad. Now all of a sudden we're bringing into slide. Is it?
Yes. Well, so we're now having more conversations about it, right? Which I think is what's great. Which is what's
I wouldn't have experimented with it before with the old position I had with it. No way.
Yeah.
It's a different deal.
Yeah. So I'm loving this, because that to me, this is why we do this show. We have these conversations because people need experience. They want expertise and they want to learn about this kind of stuff. Right. So if we can keep putting these conversations on the table and having these conversations, it's helpful for everybody. Right. And I love that it is gray. It's not black and white, which is why we have these conversations, because like me, like you're like, no, I was taught that it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. But then wait a minute, I want to learn a little bit more about it. So maybe it's a little bit less bad, and I'm going to try it now. And now you've been trying it for a year, and look at the impacts for you. It's been helping you.
Well, it hasn't even been a year. It's just been a few months.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's I always make the joke. This kind of,
because you never would smoke it. I understand that. You're like, nah, fuck, I'm never going to touch the cigarette. No.
But here's a kind of a fun little observation we can have over the course of the next handful of years.
Yeah.
Is nicotine going to somehow become limited to the public?
Do you think they're going to pull it back?
Well, if they do, there's something more than what we're allowed to, that we're supposed to see.
Yeah. Well, now we have government controlling shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is let's be honest. If all of a sudden nicotine, we realize that nicotine is becoming harder to get, then there's something else going on.
Yeah. Interesting.
So sometimes it's like even the research will only tell us so much.
Well, so it's funny, right? Because we've got these two products that society has grown up with the last 100 years. One being nicotine / tobacco. One being cannabis, THC, CBD, right? And it's like this push and pull. Right, push and pull. Now, is one going to make its way out of the books and one going to make its way on the books, or like are we moving a society away from nicotine to cannabis, or are they going to coexist? Or to your point, are they going to pull nicotine away from everybody? It's tough to say, but I'm interested to keep observing it, and I'm with Melissa. Don't trust the establishment, because you're right. We're going to get whoever's paying for things. We'll make sure that we all know how the sugar situation influenced the food that we eat over the last 100 years, my brother.
I mean, I personally can say that I have experienced a benefit from nicotine, straight, clean delivery nicotine.
Yes.
But that's, when it comes down to it, I discovered enough new research to think, this is something I would like to understand more about for me.
But that's what I love, because that's and Cheryl talked about it too, right? Personal agency on ourselves. right? And we should have that control. If you're like, no, I want to try this out, I want to learn from it, I want to see how it affects me, I'm going to do that. Right. John Petro comes in and says, with most any drug, there are clear potential benefits. The question is whether or not the potential benefits, and actually, this is what it is, right? It's whether the benefits outweigh the potential cost side effects. And that's
100%.
It's anything, whether it's sugar or chocolate or any kind of anything we consume, whether the benefits are outweighing the negative, right? And Sullivan comes in and says, this is a good exchange segment, really good questions asked and answered, and I'd love Nick Gum to avoid it. And but guys, this is why this show works, because Keith and John aren't afraid to put it on the table and have a good dialogue and have good conversation. And what you guys heard was a good tennis match, back and forth, and a good conversation with a lot of love and respect in the middle of it. So just great. One last one from Global. Filters on cigarettes make one suck hard and deep to give body fullness and physical relief. Yeah. Oh, man. We can talk about the entire industry, the cigarette and tobacco industry. Here's something I've always wondered. Have you known anybody who's worked for a tobacco company? And I'm serious.
No.
Me neither. Because I've often wondered about that, right? Like what that, like you get up to go to work.
That's like they made a song about that. Hotel California, you can check in, but you can't check out.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah, once you're in, you're committed, dude. It's like the mob. You make that commitment, you're in for life.
We got Neiman dropping here. There's research into nicotine's ability to break down the spike proteins in the BS COVID vaccines, but the mainstream won't tell us about that part. Something to be said for that as well, right? So.
There's a lot of in it, and I didn't even open that can because I don't want to get into conspiracy shit. But there's a lot of really interesting research about smokers not getting COVID.
Dude, I'm
gonna just leave that there. I don't want to even open that topic.
I've been consuming cannabis my entire life, and it never came across my world. I'll just say I never got it. So. I'll just leave that with you. So whether cannabis has something to do with that or whether, we'll just put that one on the shelf.
Yeah. And again, I'm not even trying to come at it from that perspective.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
A real life perspective. Like,
yes.
Is this going to be helpful for me to avoid Alzheimer's?
Yes. And I respect that. I absolutely respect that, right? And if there's things that we
the short-term benefit, like when I come on this show, boom, I have a piece of gum.
Yep.
Actually, I have a few pieces of gum before I come on the show.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then I get my nice little short-term bursts, and if I have a benefit now and a benefit when I'm older, I see a lot of positive. If what some of this new stuff is.
Yes.
Correct.
Well, exactly. Dr. Petro, right?
With the elimination.
Yes.
Of all the stuff that now has been separated, the risk versus reward is low enough that I'm happy to continue to research.
Love it. And that's that's the best way to end that conversation, man, because the question is whether or not the potential benefits outweigh. And for you, you're like, yeah, they do. And I'm going to continue it. And that's why we have agency over our bodies. And that's what I love, man. I love it. There you go. All right. So, hey, I'm going to let you go. You've been with me a little extra today. So you had an extra hour yesterday to get your shit done while Terry was sleeping. Is that the same thing happening today? Are you getting some stuff done before you head out to see mom?
I think I'm actually going to take a little nap right now.
Oh, nicely done. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Go cuddle up to the missus.
I don't have a whole lot to do. I'm powering down what I need to do today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving here. So
yes. Yeah. Cool. All right, Palsy, lots of love to you. A lot of love from me to you. Great conversation today. Great show. We'll talk to you in less than 24 hours, pal.
Have a good loop, my brother.
All right, brother. All right. Take care. All right, guys. Johnny's out of here. What a great conversation, nation. What a great conversation. As always here at Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. And what was important for me with that one is that we just, we put facts, we put questions, we put skepticism, we put everything on the table for us to discuss, right? And I hope you guys can lean into what we are trying to achieve here, which is not an echo chamber. I don't have much desire for echo chambers. I have strong desire for conversation, and I am not about being right at all. I have no desire to be right. I just desire to have that factual information for you guys, for myself, so we can all make our own decisions. So, I know John well enough to know John's not about being right. Right. This was a conversation about, hey, what have we learned? Let's put it on the table. And I think that Petro wraps it up the best. Right. And I'm going to say that this is often what I think most of us humans get caught up in, is that, the question is whether or not what you're choosing to do outweighs the potential, downsides of what you're doing. And so make the choice. No, this helps me out. Okay, great. Go for it. Lean in. All the grace for you. But I think where I struggle with it is that somebody makes the choice and they come back years down the road and then blame everybody else for it. Oh, well, no, you made the choice. So I'm a huge fan of that. Great conversation this morning around nicotine. Like I said, our goal is to get somebody here in the lab here who comes from the industry, who we can have a conversation that is a little more, not a little more, because I thought that conversation was quite informed, but maybe can offer some perspectives that Keith and John are unable to put on from the industry itself. I appreciate your comments, Petro, Global, Kindness, all you guys. I appreciate the comments. Holroyd, I appreciate all that comments here in the community here. I see all your guys' stuff here. I just haven't been able to get to it. And I go back to Adam. Adam was nicotine is addictive, but without the rapid delivery, its addiction potential drops significantly to cause severe addiction than smoke, tobacco, or high-speed vapes. I'm quite intrigued by that. And like I said, and Adam has revealed that he's got some children that are autistic. So I know that we'll continue doing the research. We'll continue to have the conversation every single day here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. All right. We are going to get to the focus. We're going to get to something that's happening right here on the show. Now, I see there's a check mark there, Jimmy. I did not expect to see a check mark there, but I dropped a little teaser yesterday on LinkedIn, and I dropped a teaser here this morning. But Mornings in the Lab, the show, Mornings in the Lab, done. What?
At some point, this stopped being a show, man. It started becoming something people actually build their mornings around.
Yeah, it's wild. When you go live every day, it stops feeling like episodes and starts feeling like a whole world.
Most folks plan for months. We're building this thing in real time, on air, with the audience watching every messy step.
Our people shape half of this. Inside jokes, characters, moments. It's like the community keeps adding new rooms to the house.
The real magic is momentum. When a universe keeps expanding, you either grow with it or get swallowed by your own potential.
Feels like we're watching a franchise form in front of us. And honestly, I think this next piece shows exactly why.
When I see a blue check mark in my notes, it tells me that there's something there to intro the segment. Fucking well done, Jimmy. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So guys, I've been talking about this for a long time. I dropped it yesterday. Mornings in the Lab, the show is no more. What? Yes, there's a shift happening in YouTube right now that's even the platform is finally naming. They just dropped their global culture and trends report, and they said it plainly. The future belongs to digital franchises. Not random uploads. Not standalone ideas, not I'm going to make a video and I hope it goes viral, but universes, characters, rituals, habits, shared language, community-built worlds. And here's the other part. The future also belongs to live franchises, worlds built in real time like we're doing here today, with real people breaking the fourth wall, merging AI and human storytelling into something brand new that you have not seen before. And that's exactly what we are doing every morning on Mornings in the Lab. Not recorded, not prepackaged, not polished to death. It's live. It's raw. It's evolving. It's unscripted. It's cinematic. It's human and AI co-creation happening in real time in front of you. We are inventing a new category of storytelling in real time. And I got to tell you guys, I believe I'm one of the best people, if not the best person to lead this. Why? Because I spent my life inside massive digital communities. You know, at ICUC, we didn't just watch community, we were inside the bloodstream of it. Thousands of conversations a day, millions a month. We saw exactly how humans show up, connect, argue, heal, and belong online. And then after I exited, after the rebuild, after the personal transformation, the truth became simple and it even became more undeniable. Guys, community, what we do daily is the engine. We collectively are the engine. What just happened with Keith and John and what we do every single day, that conversation is the fuel. And the consistency that you all keep me to is our religion. And in 2025, for the first time, a morning show like we've built here, like we have built here, nation, can be all of that and so much more. Because, nation, here's what's really cool. We're not just making content. We, collectively, all of us, we're creating a living universe. Because here's the reality, you guys. Here's the reality. Mornings in the Lab, it's not a show anymore. It's a live franchise being built in front of you guys, in front of the audience. We have actual lore now. Look back and think about it. Shaping in real time with all of you watching. We have my AI mirror, my twin, somehow more unhinged and disciplined than me. We have an AI version of John, the motivational machine with a heart rate of millions. We have Sophia Grant, elevating center stage like a newsroom anchor from the future. Did you see her segment today? Did you see Sophia bringing it today? We get Sterling and Preston breaking down chaos from the conversation desk as if they actually work here. We get Maya Reyes timing the community corner like her life depends on it. We brought back Frankie and Tommy, lost in the Caribbean. But you guys are asking, where's Frankie and Tommy? Where's Frankie and Tommy? My kids are, where's Frankie and Tommy? We got a dog, Pitcher, the baby Chihuahua, who accidentally became the show mascot. But guys, here's what is so fucking awesome. All of this, all of it, none of this was scripted. Fucking zero was scripted. Nobody waiting for someday. Nobody, oh, we're going to get this done tomorrow. Oh, hey, let's have a meeting, Melissa and Jimmy, and think of the name of the dog. Fuck that. It emerged live in the moment from the chaos of all of you. The Dumb Shit Award became because of a video we created. Not because we were strategically waiting to start the podcast. We're going to do it next week. Because with the community watching, it became the canon. Now, what do we have? We, collectively, nation. We have the Mornings Conversation Network Lounge. We have the Caribbean Storyline. We have the Morning Loop. We have the Rooftop Drops. We have the Call-In Line. We have the Dumb Shit Awards. We have Did You Know? We have Business Athlete Nation. Guys, you guys are all a part of this. These are pillars. They're foundation blocks of a real franchise forming in real time. And to all the motherfuckers out there that are doubting me, yeah, we'll see you later. We'll see you later. And to those of you that are sticking around, I got gratitude. I got joy for you. Because this is a new kind of storytelling. Live plus AI, breaking the fourth wall, creates community-driven narrative that people cannot wrap their head around. When we talk to our AI characters, the wall disappears. When the audience calls in, they become part of the script. When the storyline evolves mid-show like today, that becomes the canon instantly. When Frankie and Tommy, they get stranded out of the blue, it became a season arc. Nobody planned it. When my Keith interrupts me because Jimmy presses the button, the universe expands. Guys, there's no edits. There's no do-overs. It's just reality folding into your fiction and the fiction folding back into our reality. This nation is the Mornings in the Lab universe. A living, breathing, participatory franchise. Because we're building it the way that great franchises have done in the past. But live, unhinged, where anything can happen. Let's think about it, you guys. SNL, they built characters. ESPN, they built rituals. Marvel built universes. DC built universes. Mr. Beast built participation. But what are we doing, nation? We're merging it all into something new. A live, conversational universe. Human at the core, AI amplified, community driven, built in public. Because if you've tuned in even once, and if you're back, you can feel the momentum. You know it. You know it, Holroyd, the inside jokes. You know what I'm talking about, Petro, the running storylines. You know what I'm talking about, Global, the callbacks. You know what I'm talking about, Sully, the word building, the returning callers, the people standing outside the door before the show starts. The shared identity we all have of being a business athlete because we all get our fucking ass out of the bed, don't hit the snooze button. Live, daily, and the wildest fucking part, none of this existed 2 years ago. None of this existed 18 months ago. None of this existed even 90 days ago. It's all come together live in real time in front of all of you. So, let me ask you this. Nation, what do you want this universe to become next? Do we want new characters? Do we want new worlds? Do we want new rituals? Do we want new arcs? Do we want more chaos? Do we want more fourth wall breaking? Do we want new roles for the community? Because we're building this thing daily for you, for me, for John, for Melissa, for all of us, for all those men out there looking to get up and get after it and are fucking stuck in life. You don't just watch Mornings in the Lab. No. You all help shape it. You all help extend it. You are the blood for this. You're part of the franchise as it's being written live in real time. So, nation, you know where I'm going to be tomorrow. And I know where you're going to be tomorrow. And Maya, I know where you're going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow, 8 o'clock, live, Eastern time, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Mornings in the Lab ain't fucking going anywhere, baby. We're getting bigger. We're growing. The universe is coming alive. We are creating the next generation of morning show entertainment, where the universe expands live with all of you. Maya, let's get into the community corner.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. You slept and still woke up tired. Your body's flashing signs you're ignoring. Then we stack the dopamine economy on top and wonder why depth's gone. Constant stimulation quietly steals the good parts of you. Those patterns you brush off, the fog, the stubborn weight, the dragging mornings, they're not random. Your system's asking for attention. So before we dive in, get honest. Where are you exhausted, distracted, or running shallow without meaning to? That truth actually matters.
Hey, you guys can join the show that's live right now in the comments. I see all your comments out there, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all the love. I really do. Good time. Petro, Holroyd, Maddie, I appreciate you guys, man, so much. Assad, hey, there he is. Asadik is out there. What's going on, Asadik? Guys, I got a brand new dude here on the team. His name is Asadik, joining us from Morocco. Yes, lots of love for him. He's helped me out. He's helped me build this thing here. So yes, I am talking about those scared motherfuckers, Petra, who are scared to go live. True story. Yep. They're also inefficient. I'm going to record it. But if you go live, you can record at the same time. You can kill two birds with one stone. No, but I'm afraid to say something. People are, well, okay. It's all right. I'll be ahead of you. I don't mind being ahead of you. I don't mind being ahead of you. All right, YouTube. We're going to spend some time on YouTube. Exhausted despite sleep. your testosterone might be crashing. Dr. Anthony Balduzzi, Fit Father Project founder, says symptoms you're dismissing as just aging are actually dangerously low testosterone. We talk about it daily on the show with Johnny. Exhaustion despite sleep, stubborn belly fat, loss of morning erections. Dude, we don't want to lose the morning wood. Fuck no. Got to get that morning wood, man. After 30, testosterone drops 1% per year. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. It impacts energy, muscle, confidence. Confidence? Hey, there's my New York accent coming from our guest here today. Confidence in fat metabolism. I'll keep trying. Hey, where's Petro's accent? Oh, no, Petro's a Carolina guy. There's no accent for Johnny. 7 hidden signs: no morning erections, constant exhaustion, persistent belly fat, muscle loss despite training, irritability, and brain fog. You got any of that shit happening? Go take some fucking nicotine. Kidding. Oh my God, Billis just said go have nicotine because I'm the... No, I'm just fucking with you all. Go back and listen to the last segment. So here's my invitation for you. Get some strength training in. 3 times a week. Get some walks in daily. Get some compound movement lifts in. Or go put a pull-up bar in your house like Petro. And just go walk by and do a few every single day. So Johnny tells me a couple weeks ago, I just walk by. I got in my house, I got a gym. I just walk by and I just do things all the time. Love that. I just think of the accumulative times that Petro gets to do the pull-up or gets to do the bench press or gets to do the whatever he's doing. But every single day for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, these little exercise snacks, the dude's going to live forever. So actually, guys, if you're wondering if Petro's going anywhere, no, he's around forever because he takes care of himself, even though he only reads half the books. Yeah, true story. All right, guys, what's going on next? Substack, you're trapped in the dopamine economy, aren't we all? Here's how to escape it. Well, Paul Musso, PhD, says modern life is shaped by a mass distraction event. Hold on. Squirrel. Be right back. Oh, God, sorry, Paul. I'm just reading into your script here because I got distracted. Yeah, the dopamine. I got to go smoke some cannabis to get some dopamine hits. I'll go chew some nicotine gum. The dopamine economy extracts wealth and attention by constantly stimulating your brain for fleeting pleasure. You know what, guys? I'll tell you something funny, man. I'll tell you something funny for this one. Fucking squirrel. So Gemini 3 dropped last week, Holroyd, and then I saw a squirrel on my desk. Next thing you know, I was hiring a Sadik from Morocco on Sunday because I was like, okay. So, yeah. So Sadik, I hired you because of the squirrel, because my brain's like, I got to go fucking chase that squirrel. And I just started building and building and building and building and blah, 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 building. And next thing you know, I was like, all right. Okay, back to the squirrel over here. True story. So Paul says that streaming platforms, digital trends, they turn life bland. But not this show. Not the franchise we're building. They reduce human spirit, creativity, and meaning to their minimum. We're drifting towards passive, risk-averse existence. Go chew some fucking nicotine gum. There you go. There's a solution for everything today. Neiman, that's going to be the solution for everything. Instead of blame Jimmy, go chew some nicotine gum. Yeah. Not encouraging smoking. Just go chew some nicotine gum. We fixate on what's immediately gratifying. Yeah, like rubbing the morning wood, right? Good time? Yeah. He's laughing, going, there's a bear in my backyard. Good time, chase bear, rub morning wood. I don't know. You're on your own, brother. We fixate on what's immediately gratifying, measurable. Oh, every pun intended on this one. Keith, what are you laughing at? I don't know. I'm laughing at myself right now. True meaning, I'll tell you right now, guys, it laughs and it lives in deep experiences. Oh, yesterday? Did you guys not love that ROE? Dude, I took that home. Well, I took it from the show. Return on experience, return on energy. Oh, man, so much value in that, hey? Right? Except if we can lean into ROE, there's no question it'll drive you to the ROI. And I'm working really hard with reframing the ROE to ROI thing, because it's just so clear to me that if you obsess over ROE, obsess over it, guys, motherfucking obsess over it, it's inevitable that ROI comes. Right? But I think what happens as humans, we get so focused, I got to make money. So we focus on the ROI. And then the E just gets moved aside. There's no energy, there's no experience. And then we wonder why it's not working. I'm loving the whole idea of the ROE. Big time. Yeah, the bear is rubbing the wood kindness. I love it. All right, so hey, LinkedIn, stop asking, how's work? Here's how to actually connect with somebody. I'll make sure not to ask Jimmy and Melissa on the meeting today, how's work? No, because I want to connect with them. Because Bailey Elaine Labar says, conventional networking. You know what's funny? Is this Sadik started with me on the weekend. I don't think he fucking knows what he got himself into, Melissa and Jimmy. He's like, what the hell am I doing? What? He's watching the show right now from, he's like, what? Who is this guy? Sadik, this is me. What's going on? I hope I'm saying your name. I don't even know how to say your fucking name. And you know what's funny, guys? Is that when I started my previous company, I was meeting people on the internet. Like, you met a guy on the internet? Yeah. How did you hire him? I just met him on the internet. Just like the dude I met from Morocco on the weekend. Too many folks get so fucking caught up in, oh, but how did you trust him? How did you know he was going to be trustworthy or he's going to help you out? Come on. At some point as a human being, you gotta learn. You gotta learn to accept. And I don't know. I was going up the mountain and the rock wasn't going up with me. And I was like, okay, I got to trust this guy to help me push the rock. We had exchange of words, went back and forth. And you do this enough times and you can kind of get a sense of if somebody's a good human or not. And it became clear to me he was a good human. So now he's helping me build the future. The future. Mornings in the lab. So Bailey calls for becoming an unconventional question master. Ooh. Maybe the handsome chief can learn from this one. Inject playfulness and genuine interest into awkward social settings. Neiman, I got to go to a meeting today, a lunch meeting. Yeah. So maybe I'll use this for that meeting. Oh, I don't want to go to the meeting. I hope the folks I'm going to the meeting with didn't hear that. Personality reveals, what's the dumbest thing you believed as a kid? Oh, I believed lots. Smoking was good for me. No. No, Johnny be like, no, it's the delivery mechanism. Right. Trust tests. Who do you call for the ball money at 3 a.m.? Top of mind, what would future you text you right now? And the vibe check. MOA walkout, the MLB walkout song, the best sandwich of your life. Well, whimsy brings people out of their shells, leaves a lasting impression, always doing fun shit today in social settings. The real networking edge, it comes from being curious, not charisma. Here's an invitation for you guys. Lauren and I were talking about it on the weekend. Ask yourself this. Are you wanting to be the most interesting person in the room? Or are you wanting to be the most interested person in the room? Because in my experience, many like to be the most interesting person in the room. That's wrong. You want to know my secret? You become the most interested person in the world. And when you're the most interested person in the room, you can have the room eating out of your hands. Interested or interesting? Go with interested. There's your little tip this morning. On Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Hey, Maya, I got off script. We're wrapping it up. Save me, Maya. Get me out of the community corner segment, please.
Once you hear everything, it's clear how easily exhaustion and distraction creep in. None of it hits loudly. It sneaks up. The good news is small changes move fast. Better sleep, deeper focus, more honest connection.
So check yourself. What's one thing you'll actually change this week? Not someday, not eventually. This week. You owe yourself that.
Hey, Asadik. Good time says, oh yeah, I guess I'm saying it perfectly. Thanks, brother. One of our OGs here says he's got to help push rocks. Good time you can't have Asadik because I have him. He's mine. He's all mine. I grabbed him from Morocco and he's mine. I want to go to Morocco. I fucking want to go to Morocco. Big time want to go to Morocco. Yeah. True story. I love the fact that Melissa didn't give me an outro today. So I can just fucking just say whatever I want to say. Yeah, I can just say whatever I want to say because I'm not constrained to the director of words who put them in front of me. Geez, why aren't you saying these words? But you didn't put them in front of me. Holroyd depends on who's in the room. Right now, I have no interest in interacting with anyone in the room. There is better company in the lab. I'll just keep my headphones on. I love you, Adam. Dude, I can relate to that, man. I got to go to an event on Friday, and And Adam, can I grab your headphones? Just saying. Can I grab those headphones and can I join you in the corner of that room, Adam? And we can just hang out and have a conversation about nicotine and autism and everything we want to talk about. Good time. I will always have a room on the plane for you, brother. Always. Petro's got a spot on the plane. Hey, guys, Holroyd's going to be at the front, though. Just saying. I'm loyal. You guys know me well. I'm a loyal dude. Super loyal. So Holroyd gets the seat at the front because Holroyd stepped up to the front first. So just putting that out there. Right. Sully, I see your comment, man. Yeah, you know what, man? I appreciate you. Many are suffering from health hurdles to varying degrees. So several of the guests, we've been transparent with theirs. And when I'm looking for guests, I'm looking for folks that are relatable. I'm looking for folks that will inspire others. I'm looking for comments from Petro and Sully like, wow, this person's dropping nuggets. Right. So so when I saw Cheryl, I was like, holy fuck, man. I gotta be honest, because I did not go too far down her profile. I saw MS, I saw bald, I saw the energy of her picture. I was like, done. She's like, why are you bringing me on? I said, look at your profile. It was just, you've done this enough times. Your gut says this is going to be a good one. Fuck, man. She was awesome. Yes. Global says, believe you can. You're halfway there. Good time. Yes. Awesome. The Sadik, I'll talk to you guys in a bit here. Kindness Rising. Great content today. Inspiring, funny, educational. Hey, Maddie, Kindness Rising. Asadic's in the comments. He's the guy that I found to help me push the rock up the mountain on Sunday. Thanks to Asadic, I was able to do that demo with you Sunday night. So we're pretty excited about this. So Asadic, if you're wondering what the hell I'm building, so I'm just gonna tell you right now on the show. So Asadic, what we're building is we're building a platform to do like this. Right. So what we are building is we're building an operating system for creators who want to create a live show. We want to remove all the obstacles so somebody can just walk up and do the live show. That's what we're building Asadic. But that comes with booking guests. But then not only Asadic have we built the show, as you've also heard the franchise here, we've also built the network. So you and I are building not only the network. Fuck, I'm revealing everything in front of everybody right now. I guess I am. We're not only building ESPN, the show, you guys. I actually built the entire network underneath it. Yes. And when I showed it to Asadic, he's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just big. He's like, yeah, it's big and complex. So, brother, look at me, man. Lots of love. Thanks for your help. I appreciate you. All right. I'm going to get the hell out of here because I got some work to do and I got to go to a meeting here today. So, guys, wish me luck. Yeah, wish me luck. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Guess what? I'm back tomorrow. Yeah, I am back tomorrow. 8 o'clock Eastern time, live, right here on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. And if you're really eager, you would get up at 7:30 Eastern time to join Matt on his wonderful show called Death by Booby. Good luck. Thanks, Death by Booby. What's going on, Death by? Where are you joining us from today? You know what's funny, actually, Death by, I just wrote an article for my Inside the Lab Substack that when folks join a conversation, I was teaching Matt this when he started his live show, you got to get at him immediately. You got to say hello. Because if somebody's taking the time to join your chat in real time, you got to drop everything and acknowledge, because that's how you get viewers. That's how you get engagement. That's how you get community. Or you just ban them on day one like I did with Good Time. But the reality is you want to say hi right away. So, hey, I was about to walk out of here, but Death by Booby just showed up and dropped me some purple hearts. So I'm saying, hey, what's shaking? Death by Booby, where are you joining us from today? This is good. And there you go. Sadik, good luck to be a part. Happy. That's awesome. Okay, well, listen, the music's telling me to get the hell out of here. And truthfully, my bladder is telling me to get the hell out of here too. So Utah, the home of the Utah. Hey, are you a hockey fan? Utah Mammoth, up and coming hockey team. I'm a fan of the Mammoth, by the way. Yeah, I think the Mammoth are awesome. Awesome. Now, there's my list coming through. Hey, Death by Booby, if you have not subscribed or joined the channel, I have an invitation for you. This is called Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. And we have a live show every single day here, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the network. And before that, Kindness Rising, 7:30 Eastern time with Matt Roof. So love to have you back, Death by Booby, and have you join the conversation with us. We talk about conversations that help us get up, get after it, and hit some big, damn audacious goals. I appreciate the like, Booby. I just want to say your name, Death. Could you, hey, to all my boys out there, Death by Booby. It's funny, when I was a young man. Here's a funny story. I was a young man. I remember I was maybe 12 or 13, and my parents had some friends, and it's like, hey, why don't you go sit on her lap? And that's where I got introduced to the Death by the Booby. Yeah, the big bosoms, as they were called. Sorry, Neiman. Just talking about how I was raised. Just talking about the shit I was exposed to. The bosom. Hey, Nation, you guys heard that? The bosom? What the fuck's the bosom? Hey, good time? Adam, the bosom. I actually can't believe we're talking about the bosom right now. Okay, I was supposed to get out of here minutes ago, but I keep rambling. All because of Death by Booby. What? I almost killed my... Oh, fuck. Death by Booby, you belong on this show. Melissa, look at the comments. I'm going to let Melissa respond to this one. I almost killed my hubby with my chest. That is how I got my name. Hey, so Death by Booby, can we get you on the show? Can we see your boobies? See how much they could see? I'd love to see the boobies so we can see how you almost killed your husband. Yeah, but you can. Hold on a second here, Nation. We want to make sure that we keep the clothes on when we're showing the boobies. Well, this is a morning show, and well, we do warn people that it is an R-rated show. So not that I'm asking you to come on the show and take your top off, Booby, but you did say that you almost killed your husband because of the Death by the Booby. So I'm just offering up a safe space for you to reveal how you almost killed, or you can be the first guest of Matt Roof's show. I can't believe this is happening right now. This is awesome. So we, Holroyd, love me some bosom. All right, we officially are inviting. What the hell did I just say on our rant, you guys? On my morning focus discussion of what we're building here on the show. This does not happen if you record a podcast, because this doesn't happen in real time. Right. So the fact that we have a new character, hey, Death by Booby, if you go back maybe about 40 minutes or so, I had a little conversation on what we are building here in the lab. And we're building a universe of characters, a franchise in real time. Maybe you want to be a character in our universe, but all I'm thinking is you're just a big booby. That's it. Right. We just got this walking booby with a head on it. Yeah. So there you go, Melissa. I'm thinking that's what we're going to do now. We have our next character in the lab. It's called... Oh, thank you for watching the whole episode. That is awesome. Dude, so hold on. You lurked for 2 hours as Death by Booby, and you took fucking 2 hours to come to the stage to say that you almost killed your husband because of your large, oversized bosoms. Dude, you can't lurk like that. You can't. Good time. Hey, Jimmy, Melissa, you notice this part of the show just kind of gets off the rails and everybody just gets engaged? Oh my God. Death by Booby, you are awesome. You have sent the show into a direction I did not expect. Hey, Death by, I do have a phone line. We do got to go here today, but I'd love to have you join the show, whether by phone, whether video, but if you're up to it, love to hear your story, because this is the show for your story. This is the show for your story. I can see the headline. Almost killed husband because of size of breasts. Yeah. I'm just thinking, hey, Maddie, I think that's exactly what it is. The headline, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, size of bosom, almost killed hubby. Live conversation up next. Mornings in the Lab, Keith, John, and Friends. Yeah, there you go. All right. I got to get the hell out of here, guys. My bladder says I got to go. Death by, I love you. Love your large bosoms, even though I haven't seen them. I'm sure your husband loves them too. I love the fact, and with all death by all seriousness, I'm grateful that you chose to spend time with us here today. Clearly, we did enough to entertain you. You stuck around, so I'm appreciative of you, and thanks for having some fun with me. And on behalf of Jimmy and Melissa and my entire team, real or not real, I love all of you guys. Thanks for bearing with me and my ridiculous behavior. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Less than 22 hours. I got to get ready for a meeting I don't want to go to. Not my production meeting, the other meeting I got to get mentally psyched up for. I'll go be the most interested person in the room instead of the most interesting. And Ecstatic, I'm going to send you a text in a little bit, okay? I love all of you guys. Good morning, nation. We'll see you guys tomorrow.